Evening again. As promised, here's my second favourite bloodworm pattern. It's more imitative. It's closer to a buzzer, a bloodworm buzzer. Great little point fly on a team of buzzers, or when you're fishing deep. To exception, I've done really well on this on a few lakes. Walthamstow jumps to mind. I've always managed to winkle a few out in this. Anyway. Straight to the time. So again, this is a barbless Fasna F310, and I'm going to be using UTC 140 in black. Sorry about the reflection, there's trouble with the light tonight. So let's get that started, get this tied on. So body again is going to be red Flexi Floss. It really does lend itself to these patterns. It's brilliant for it. I'm just going to take a length of that red Flexi Floss and tie that in up here. Again, I like to tie my materials at the top of the hook so that you get that nice body profile, and I'm just going to stretch that all the way down just to the bend of the hook and then back up again like so, stopping up here, and then we're just going to rib this up. Nice touching turns all the way up. I'm not overstretching, I'm a little bit of a stretching it just to start with, and as we're moving up the fly I start to just release that a little bit, and it just gives it a little bit of a taper, just bolts the body up ever so slightly, a little bit of a taper. I'm doing this over the top of black thread, although I'm trying to get reasonable touching turns in there, it's still going to have a little bit of that black shining through, and it just gives it that slightly segmented effect that you get with a bloodworm. I don't know if any of you ever kept tropical fish and you fed them with bloodworm, but they definitely got a very definite segmented effect to them. So there we are. I'm just going to bring that up to there because we're going to tie in a little thorax here, so I'm just going to trap that in behind the head. Taking my time with this because you don't want to let go of it and get it all shooting back down the hook. It's lovely. And then we'll just trim that off, just give it a slight stretch and just get your scissors in there, just trim it back. Okay, so this one I like to tie with a couple of little cheeks, and I like the gold cheeks on this, so I use a little bit of this gold holographic gold medium wire. Just take a little bit off and we're going to put a couple of cheeks in on either side. Again, this is a very simple fly to tie. Yeah, oh, so effective. You can tie them bigger or smaller, of course, but I generally find bloodworm normally a reasonable size when they're feeding them in the winter. It's normally quite a decent size, so size 10 is ideal for it. I do use these down to a size 8 sometimes. Just caught in that side, I'm just going to catch the same in on that side as well. Just hold that in there where I'll catch it in. Lovely. I'm just going to build up a little bit of a thorax, not a massive thorax, but just enough. Really much of a head. I mean, you do notice that the bloodworm do have a little black head on them. And then just bring these forward to the other side of the hook. Sorry, either side of the eye. And then just catch it. Only a small bit of flash, but you know, it does work. Couple of turns there. Just to lock it all in place. Trim these off. Looking good. And then we're just going to whip finish. It's a very, very, very simple fly. Very simple fly. But it doesn't half work well for bloodworm feeders. This is one of my go-tos, this and the apps worm. I'm just going to again give this a couple of coats of the Sally Hansens, hard as nails. Just brings it to life, and once you've had a few coats of this on there, it really looks right. And of course, if you want to make it sink quicker, tie it on a heavier hook and put additional coats on as well, but I generally find 2 or 3 coats of that on there. That's a lovely little bloodworm pattern, and after 2 or 3 coats that really comes together. You can't see the gold properly on here because of again the exposure of the camera, but if I put that behind there you get an idea of that fly and how it looks once it's all tidied up. Yeah, fish it static mainly, good underneath the bung as well. Dead easy fly to tie, but some of the best flies are. Hope you like that. Please click like, click subscribe, and I'll keep popping these videos out. Have a nice evening.